Okay, so Wall Street has a secret. And while everyone's been glued to the day-to-day drama of the crypto markets, one of the oldest and most powerful banks in the world has been quietly building the future of finance. So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on this hidden revolution.
Our story starts with a real titan of traditional finance, BNY Mellon. Look, this bank was founded over 240 years ago. This is not some flashy fintech startup, you know? This is a foundational pillar of the entire global financial system. And to really get a sense of their scale, just look at this number, $57.8 trillion. That's how much they have in assets under custody or administration. It makes them the largest custody bank in the entire world. So when they make a move, yeah, the entire market pays attention.
And BNY Mellon's CEO, Robin Vince, has made it crystal clear where they stand. He's calling tokenization a megatrend. Now let's be real, this isn't just hype from the crypto world, this is a clear signal coming from the very center of the financial universe.
But here's the thing, BNY Mellon isn't acting alone, not by a long shot. They are really just the leading indicator of a massive institutional wave that's moving deliberately and strategically right into the world of digital assets.
I mean, the absolute giants of finance are all getting in line. From Citigroup to JP Morgan, the message couldn't be clearer. Digital assets are the future. And for them, this isn't just about innovation, it's about survival and seizing a new multi-trillion-dollar opportunity. The question really isn't if this will happen anymore, but how fast.
But what is this mega trend they're all so focused on? Why are they pouring so many resources into this space? Well, it all comes down to one core, transformative idea, tokenization. Think of it like this. Imagine you own a tiny piece of a skyscraper. Instead of a paper deed locked away in a vault, you have a digital token that represents your ownership. And you can trade that token instantly, 24/7, as easily as you can send an email. That is the game-changing power we're talking about here. And here's the big why behind it all. Let's be honest, the current financial system, it's slow, it's expensive, and it basically operates on a 9-to-5 schedule. The goal here is to create what everyone's calling the Internet of Value, where money and assets can move just as seamlessly and instantly as information does online. Any time of day, any day of the year. So to see how this is actually happening right now, we don't have to look at hypotheticals. Let's just examine the deep strategic relationship that's been forming between BNY Mellon and one of crypto's biggest players, Ripple. Okay, here's the most direct and public link. The oldest bank in America has been chosen to safeguard the reserves for Ripple's new enterprise-grade stablecoin. I mean, that's a massive vote of confidence, putting a legacy institution right at the core of a next-generation financial product. But honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg. When you start to dig a little and, follow the money, you uncover this whole hidden web of partnerships. And it reveals a strategy that's way bigger and more intricate than you might think. So let's take a closer look. First up, let's talk about our recent Ripple acquisition, a company called G-Treasury. Now, this might not have been a headline-grabbing name, but it's a company with super deep ties into the traditional banking system, connected to over 13,000 banks. And this isn't just some handshake deal, it's a direct technical integration. Just look at these steps. Through this one acquisition, Ripple is basically plugging itself directly into the plumbing of the traditional financial system, getting access to BNY Mellon's core infrastructure. That is a huge move. Next, let's look at a key player in the tokenization space, a company called Securitize. They're a leader in converting real-world assets into digital tokens, and, well, they just so happen to work closely with both BNY Mellon and Ripple. So what you have is this powerful three-way partnership. BNY Mellon brings the trust and stability of a legacy bank, Securitize brings the tech to actually create these digital assets, and Ripple provides the network to move those assets instantly. Together, they are literally building the future of finance. All right, the final piece of this puzzle involves one of the safest assets in the entire world, U.S. Treasury bills, or T-bills. And this is where another key partner, OpenEden, comes into the picture. Now here's where it gets really powerful. BNY Mellon is managing tokenized U.S. government bonds. And through this partnership, those exact same digital bonds are now available on Ripple's network. It's a direct bridge between the most trusted assets in the old world and the fastest technology of the new. So let's zoom out. What's the big picture here? We've connected the dots between these giants. Why are these quiet, behind-the-scenes connections so incredibly important for the future of finance?
What we're witnessing is a fundamental upgrade to our global financial infrastructure. We are finally moving from a system that was built for the industrial age, with its delays, high costs, and limited hours, to one that's built for the digital age, instantaneous, always on, and highly efficient.
And you can bet the institutions involved see a massive opportunity. This is BNY Mellon's own conservative projection for the value of tokenized assets and stablecoins by 2030. They are placing their bets on a multi-trillion-dollar market.
And while their estimate is huge, a lot of other industry analysts believe it's just the beginning. Broader market projections see the tokenization market hitting $16 trillion or even more within that same time frame. We are talking about a seismic shift in value.
So, the crucial takeaway here is that we're past the initial phase of crypto speculation and hype. We are now firmly in the building phase. And it's being led by the biggest, most established names in finance, who are methodically laying the foundation for real-world adoption.
As BNY Mellon CEO said himself, this isn't a side project or a small experiment for them. It's a core strategic alignment with what they see as an unstoppable, defining market cycle for the future of finance.
The financial world is being rebuilt from the ground up, and the giants of the old world are the ones laying the foundation. So the real question is, as old money and new tech come together, what will this internet of value actually mean for you? Thanks for watching.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.